What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's Twisted is Blot, and currently a lot of people place him in D tier. So here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. Blot's arms would create puddles of ichor around them when they spawn. The puddles slow you down, making it easier for them to hit you. When the arm moves away, the puddle stays, and if you step into it, there's a chance that the arm will come out and attack you, similar to Twisted Roger. Number 2. Blot now has a rage meter. Getting too close to him or staying in his vicinity fills his meter. A full meter will cause him to get up and start chase at pebble speed. When he loses chase or deals damage, he sits back down. Final change. His arms have a much faster secondary ability where they grab you, and just like with Squirm, you have to wiggle free in time or take damage. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's Twisted is Brusha. Currently a lot of people place her in F tier, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. Just like normal Brusha, Twisted Brusha now has an area debuff. Whenever she's not in chase, any toon doing machines inside her range gets a 20% skill check size decrease and a 5% speed increase. Number 2. While in chase, Brusha has the ability to throw her brush. If it hits you, you get slowed for a few seconds and your screen gets paint on it. She can throw the brush every 15 seconds, similar to Scraps' cooldown. Final change. If Brusha is not in chase for a while, she gets bored and spends 20 seconds painting another Twisted that's on the floor with her. If she gets interrupted, the painting is ruined and she has to start over. When the painting is completed, that Twisted gets a motivation boost, increasing their movement speed by 20% for 30 seconds, and her ability gets a cooldown of 60 seconds. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? A lot of you have requested Shrimpo, so here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. Shrimpo gets a new chase effect. When he spots you, your camera gets locked facing him. Your screen slowly darkens and your movements slow down as he gets closer. When you get hit or break line of sight, the effect is gone until he spots you again. Number 2. Shrimpo carries around a brick. After losing 5 chases in a row, he gets angry, and on the next chase, he drops the brick and gains a 35% speed boost for 60 seconds or until he lands a hit. When the speed boost is over and he's not in chase, he goes back to get the brick. Final change. While not in chase, when he and another Twisted cross paths, he demeans them, lowering their confidence. Their speed gets reduced by 5% and he gains a 3% increase. This can only happen once per Twisted on the floor. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Yatta, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. While roaming around the map, she will randomly drop a poison candy every couple of seconds or convert an existing candy into a poisoned one. The candy is distinguished by the ichor on the wrapper, and similar to Twisted Roger's capsule, the candy applies a debuff the moment it's picked up. The debuff is the reverse of what the real candy's effect is and has the same duration. Number 2. Yatta gains the ability to do a charged attack every 30 seconds. Her charging speed is as fast as Twisted Pebbles, but she can only go in a straight line. When she collides, she gets stunned for 2 seconds and drops 4 poison candies. Final change. She carries around the party popper. When she spots a toon, she uses the party popper, attracting any Twisted that's not in chase. This is similar to Eclipse's ability, but it's limited to once every 3 chases. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Gigi, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. Gigi gains power from the items that she steals. They decrease her ability cooldown, increase her movement speed, or increase her stealing range. Number 2. Gigi's steal attack has a chance to become a grab attack instead, and the chances are higher if you're doing a machine. When she grabs you, she starts carrying you towards the other Twisteds, and similar to Twisted Squirm, you have to wiggle free in time or take damage. Final change. Every time Gigi steals something from your inventory, the slot that becomes empty gets filled with ichor. The effect lasts for 30 seconds, and you're unable to place any items in there until it clears. Bonus change. Gigi now steals items randomly and not just left to right. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Cosmo, so here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. If you have 2 or less hearts, Cosmo now attempts to heal you just like his toon counterpart, but his healing is corrupt, replacing your missing heart with an ichor heart. He can only convert 1 heart at a time every 20 seconds, and if you're at full health or have 2 ichor hearts, he will attack you normally. Each heart lowers all your stats by half a star until cleansed. Using a healing item or healing ability cleanses all of your ichor hearts. Number 2. Cosmo is very attached to his best friend Sprout. If your team doesn't have a Sprout or Twisted Sprout is not on the floor, Cosmo becomes agitated. He gains a persistent 12% movement boost and has a 5% chance of dealing 2 hard damage. Final change. When he comes across candy while not in chase, there's a chance that he will eat it, gaining a small detection range increase. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Connie, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. Connie now has a chance to possess items and not just machines. They will glow slightly and wiggle to indicate possession. If picked up, she deals damage and the item disintegrates. Number 2. Connie has a force field around her. When you're in it, you get slowed and your vision shakes a bit, while one of your hearts slowly fills up with possession. If you stay too long or touch Connie, the heart becomes fully possessed, and if all your hearts get possessed, you take 1 damage. Once you leave the field, your movement and vision reset and any possession will start to fade. When a heart gets fully possessed, it takes 45 seconds to clear, but re-entering the field will reset that time. Your possessed hearts instantly revert back to normal whenever you get hit. Final change. Connie can possess mains and lethals. Every 60 seconds, if a main or lethal are not in chase, she will possess one at random and lead them to the nearest toon with a possessed heart. If no toons are possessed, she will make the Twisted roam at chase speed for 30 seconds. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Glisten, so here's what I would change change to make him S tier. Number 1. Glisten really hates being abandoned. Every time a toon leaves him, his rage meter instantly spikes by 2%, and this penalty stacks, going up by an extra 2% each time. Number 2. Glisten can sometimes get anxious, and occasionally his panic will cause him to randomly teleport directly to another Twisted. If that Twisted is in a chase, Glisten gets rattled and becomes skittish. This causes him to chaotically teleport to random toons and Twisteds. If he teleports to a toon and then away from them, he considers it as if they left him, triggering the abandonment penalty and increasing his rage meter. This goes on for 15 seconds. Final change. If Glisten becomes enraged while completely alone, he would teleport to the nearest toon. The teleportation stuns him for a few seconds, giving you a small head start, but if he catches you, his attack will deal 2 damage. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Finn, so here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. The Ichor trail that Finn leaves behind now slows you down for 2 seconds when you step into it, and whenever he idles, he creates a small Ichor puddle. Just like the trail, the puddle is not permanent, and instead slowly shrinks away in 30 seconds. Number 2. Finn is able to sense when there's a lot of Ichor in one spot, so whenever a machine hits 90% completion, he starts moving towards it. If he reaches the machine before it's completed, he removes 2% progress to fill up his tank. This fresh Ichor gives him energy, increasing his speed by 0.5 each time. He can only do this up to 4 times, making his maximum speed as fast as Tish's. Final change. Finn has Twisted Barnaby living inside his tank. Whenever Finn is chasing a toon, Barnaby can leap out towards them. If he lands the jump, he latches on for 15 seconds. And while he cannot directly deal damage, he slows them down and grants Finn permanent tracking. So as long as Barnaby is attached to you, Finn knows exactly where you are. Barnaby goes back into the tank early when you shake him off or take damage, and there's a 30-second cooldown before he can leap again. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Boxten, so here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. Boxten's starting speed is now as slow as Shrimpo, but while he's in chase, the movement winds up his music box, increasing his speed every second, similar to Dial's ability. His max speed is as fast as Toodles, and when he loses chase, his speed slowly starts to decrease. Number 2. Whenever Boxten is not in chase, there's a chance that he will start playing a random song. The song applies effects to all Twisteds and toons on the floor, and the effects applied change depending on the song type. Calmer songs can decrease stamina regeneration, make skill checks easier, or increase Twisted attention spans. And more energetic songs can increase Twisteds and toons movement speed, or make skill checks harder because the toons can't concentrate. Final change. Whenever Boxten is in chase, any Twisteds in chase with him get a 2% movement boost because of his chase music. And if Boxten reaches max speed, the music becomes very loud, and the speed boost increases to 5% for all Twisteds. The boost goes away the moment Boxten is not in chase. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Razzle and Dazzle, so here's what I would change to make them S tier. Number 1. Just like their toon counterpart, their abilities now will be dependent on the floor number. Razzle will be the dominant ability on odd number floors, and Dazzle will be on even floors. Number 2. If the floor is odd numbered, the circle is 10% smaller than the default, and the area is covered in ribbons, making your speed as slow as opening Roger's capsule. If Razzle wakes up from running, he doesn't attack from the ground. Instead, he lunges towards you. After attacking, or you leave the circle, he stays awake for 15 seconds before sitting down. If the floor is even numbered, the circle is 10% larger than default, and any toons doing machines inside the circle suffer from decreased extraction speed, as the ribbons are actively trying to turn the valve back. If Dazzle wakes up from running, his ribbons come out and grab you, slowly pulling you towards the center. You have to wiggle free before you reach him or take damage. Final change. Every 5 floors, their default circle grows in size, reaching max size on floor 50. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Poppy, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. Poppy will randomly blow out floating Ichor bubbles. If a player walks into one, the bubble pops, covering them in Ichor. The Ichor slows them down, and the loud pop alerts any Twisteds around. She can only have up to 3 bubbles at a time, and she can place them even while in chase. Number 2. While in chase, Poppy now has the ability to drink an Ichor soda. The soda gives her a 20% speed boost for 10 seconds, making her as fast as Twisted Toodles. She can drink an Ichor soda every 45 seconds. Final change. Twisted Poppy has an insatiable thirst for soda. When she spots a toon with soda in the inventory, she gets frantic, gaining a 40% speed boost and charges towards them. If she reaches them, she steals a soda and gives them a shove, pushing them forward by dealing no damage. Then she spends 2 seconds in place drinking the soda, or 4 seconds if it's a big bottle. But if the toon drank the soda while she was charging, she will attack normally, dealing 1 damage. After charging, the ability goes on a 30-second cooldown. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Teagan, so here's what I would change to make her S tier. Number 1. When Teagan attacks a player, her attack causes her to lean forward, spilling some of the Ichor that's in her teacup. The Ichor creates a puddle that slows players down, and she can spawn a new puddle every 15 seconds for a maximum of 3. Number Number 2. Teagan now has the ability to brew toxic ichor tea. Similar to her toon counterpart, Twisted Teagan can activate the ability when she reaches 60 stolen tapes. The ability lasts for 15 seconds, and as she walks around, she leaves a trail of toxic ichor, giving 1 damage to any toon who steps in it. Final change. Players now have a tea time meter, which shows how long they have until they're late to Teagan's tea party. The meter slowly decreases whenever they're being chased by Teagan. If the meter hits 100%, they get marked as late, and the only way to decrease it is to find and sign the tea party guest list, which spawns randomly on the map. Teagan will prioritize chasing the late toons, gaining a 5% speed boost during the chase, and her successful attacks steal 30% of their tapes before resetting their meter. What if every Twisted was S tier in Dandy's world? Today's requested Twisted is Looey, so here's what I would change to make him S tier. Number 1. When not in chase, Looey's head can sometimes detach from his body and float around the map at chase speed. During this time, his body continues to walk around, and since it doesn't have eyes, it can't spot toons, but it will still attack a toon if it bumps into one. When Looey's head finds a player, it tries to latch onto them using the string. If successful, the body knows the location of the player for 10 seconds, similar to Twisted Finn and Barnaby. If Looey is still in the player when the body arrives, they get attacked and Looey reattaches to the body. Number 2. Twisted Looey can now increase the length of his string. When not in chase, he can inflate his head and let it float upwards. This increases his detection range by 20% and allows him to spot toons over obstacles. If he spots a toon, his head quickly deflates and drops down. Final change. When Looey spots a toon, he violently forces air out of his body, causing a deafening screech. The screech is so loud that it disorients all toons on the floor, giving a confusion debuff for 15 seconds. He can make a screech every 45 seconds.